Good morning, Spartans. This is video number 5 in a series. The series is called Introduction to, okay, let me see what it is. I forgot. Introduction to Basic HTML and CSS. You can see the other 4. So currently, this is what we have. Okay, now you will see some little bit of some changes here, and so I'm going to show you what we did. First of all, my cursor, if I hover over right on the edge here, you won't have this yet, because what I did was I added, let's see, down, down, down. Where is it? Right here. Sorry about that. Navbar A. You want to go ahead and add. Let me move this down. You're going to want to add display block. Adding display block will allow your cursor to, in other words, this block here, also known as a button, is completely clickable. Before adding the block here, only the word itself. So you want to make sure all of it is clickable. Okay? Another thing I did is I moved this text off the edge here. Notice that? Okay? And you're going to want to remove, let's see, I think it was here. You notice I don't have a margin. Okay, I took the margin off. I know there were some people having some problems keeping this drop-down menu to stay. And that was because we had a little margin there, so you want to remove that. And then on the list, unordered list, you want to add a padding of some kind, a left. That's if you want to remove it off the edge here. Okay? Alright. So the next part of this video, and I'm going to take our calendar off there. This fifth part is we're going to go ahead and stylize the portfolio. Okay? This is really easy to do. So let's go to our index on our Sublime, and we're going to go to File, Save As. Okay? And right now you have a portfolio page. Make sure you're in your linking pages folder. You already have a portfolio, but that was before the CSS. Okay? So we are going to call this portfolio, and don't add an HTML. Now Sublime shows HTML. Your Notepad++ will not show the HTML. Okay? It's already in HTML. You'll just notice where it says file type, it'll say hypertext markup language. Well, so that means it already has its file type. And in this case, my Sublime is already showing the HTML. Okay. I want to save it as portfolio HTML. They're asking you if you want to replace the current one, and you're going to. You want to replace it, so yes. Now, if I come over here, first let me save all. If I come over here, refresh it, okay, come into Portfolio, click it, you will see right up here, Portfolio, but notice that it looks exactly like the index. Well, that's because we saved the index as Portfolio. So nothing changes. So what we got to do is we got to come back into the code here and change from first website to my portfolio. You could also have your name instead of my. Okay. Let me save it and refresh, and you can see my portfolio right here on the tab. Okay, so you got the home page, my first website, and portfolio. Another thing I want to do is change this content div from gray to something else. So I'm going to go back over here, down into my content, and what I'm going to do is add a number 2 and save it. I want a completely different rule for my portfolio. So if I refresh this, you can see it disappears. Obviously we don't want that. Welcome to my website used to be in that div. Now it's just thrown into the wrapper. Okay? Because remember, everything is inside that wrapper, so it stays within that wrapper. But we're going to just simply go into the CSS. I got to go open my CSS now. And I'm going to add a content 2. So I'm going to go to content 1 and merely copy it. And I'll put content 2 right below. So I'm going to do Command V or Control V in your case. Now we have 2 identical contents, but we simply need to add a 2. Now don't put a space in between there. Add a 2 and change the color. Now I'm going to do tan just to save time. Actually, I can't do tan because my nav bar is tan. So I guess I can go into color picker here. I'm just going to type in hex color codes, and I will grab a color code. Let me see. This looks good. Yeah, this is not the best one. Okay. Light gray. Oh, these are perfect. So I'll just do 6 9s. Okay. So I'll do a £, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 9s, and save it. And let me go into my portfolio page, refresh it, and sure enough, it's a little bit different, but you can tell it's different. So now I'm also going to change welcome to my website. So I'm going to go into the portfolio HTML, and I'm not going to do welcome to my website. I'm going to welcome to my art galleries, because it's a portfolio page, right? Okay. Now the copyright's going to stay the same, the footer will stay the same. It's really just the content that we're changing. And let's see, I got to save it, save all, and refresh. Now the grays didn't look totally different, so I'm going to change the gray, and actually I'll just come into Photoshop. It's going to be easier for me. I'm going to get out of this hex color code because that didn't seem to work very well. And let's see, there's Photoshop. So I'll just go over here to my colors, and there, 5D, 5D, 5D. I can change that pretty easily. Go to my Sublime, and 5D, 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 and save. And let's see, web browser, and refresh. There it is. Okay, so it changes a little bit. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a table. Okay, so the table is going to go directly into content 2, and it's going to go right between the ending. Well, it's going to come in right after this headline here. Welcome to my art galleries, and make sure it's inside that opening content and that closing div for that content. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start with a table tag, and I'm going to give it a border of 2 pixels. 2 pixels. I'm going to give it width of, let's see, how about 600. Height, also 600. Keep wanting to do plus there. Yeah, 600. Okay. Let me give it some cell padding of 3. We'll do cell spacing, also 3. And let's see, do I need anything else? I'll stay with that. Let me close that table before I forget. All right, we're going to have 2 rows. So I'll do an opening TR and a closing TR. Okay, I will copy and paste these. Command C, in your case Control C, Command V. Okay, inside the first row, we will do a TH, and I will call it Photoshop. And I'll close that TH. Now I'm going to highlight this and copy and paste 2 more times. This one is going to be called Illustrator, and this one's going to be called Flash. I'm going to save it, and let's see what we have so far. Refresh. There it is. Okay. So far so good. Let's add the second row. We added the row already, but now let's fill it in. So this can be a TH as well. This one's going to be an image, source equals, and we'll just call it pic1.jpg. And we will close it. It is going to get a width at some point, and I think the width will be 200. So let's save some time and let's just close it up, and then close the TH. Okay, I'm going to copy this and paste it 2 more times. Okay, this one will be 2, and this one will be 3. I'm going to save it, and let's go ahead and refresh that. See what we got. Okay, there we go. Obviously, it's too big for that div, so we're going to have to fix that. Okay, a couple things you're going to do. You're going to change your content to 800, and you're going to add a table selector into your CSS and do margin auto. And you can see the table fits. I'm also going to come down a little bit off the margin here, off the top of that, inside that content. It's a little too close. So I will do a margin, not Martin, but margin top, and let's do 30 pixels to start. See how that looks. Save it and refresh. Huh, not much. Let's try 50. Save and refresh. Okay, I wonder if this is already 50. Okay, we'll have to come back to that later and see why that doesn't work. Okay, you guys, so I would just put the margin top 50 pixels, see what that does, and it should work. Auto keeps it centered, so we got that. And we'll just look at it individually. If yours is totally messed up, I'll take a look at it. But for the time being, it worked on the other text editor that I was using, so I'm not sure if it's even a text editor issue. In any case, this video is done because I'm almost timed up. There will definitely be another video. Number 6 will show you how to put photos inside your table. Got to save it to our folder. I'll probably show you how to crop it in Photoshop and all those good things. Okay? Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for video 6.